29th of June, which means it's the penultimate day of the 30 Days Wild challenge. I can't believe how quickly that's gone by and how many wild acts I've managed to get done. Today I'm going to do something that I've never tried before, and I'm going to create a DIY moth trap. One that's not going to harm the moths, but just is going to allow me to identify which species come to my garden. Since I've never built my own moth trap before, I'm going to be following some online advice as well as doing a bit of DIY and thinking through it myself. So to start with, I've just got a normal bucket that I would use for mopping up, and I'm going to put a sheet of white at the bottom to make anything that goes towards the bottom more visible. This is taking inspiration from the fact that sometimes with moth trapping, people just put up a white sheet and then shine a light at it and stand there at wait. I'm hoping to use a method that's not going to require me to stand and wait for the moths. I just want to be able to check on it periodically. So first in goes that kitchen roll. And next up, I'm going to fill it up with things like egg tubs that will help collect the moths. So I collect a lot of egg tubs because I have foster dogs that like to tear these things apart. So I've got a fair few of them around here, and I'm just going to take a couple and pop them down in the base. And hopefully I'll be able to collect some moths this way. And that one goes. And then I've also got a few kitchen roll tubes as well, again collected because my foster dogs like to use them for enrichment. I hide treats in them sometimes and fold them up and get them to tear into them. So I've just got a couple of those in there to really try and get the moths down. And then finally I need a light source that I'll leave up there to attract. So I've just got this old thing that was filled with fizzy water that I've drunk and kept it to recycle to make use out of. I have been using this as a foster dog water thing to bring with me when I go on walks, but I've got a couple of them. So for this one I've just cut off the lid, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a torch in there. If I turn it on, it's quite a high powered torch that I have because it's a fieldwork one, and it's about the right length to go across the bucket and stop any rain from getting into the torch. And then at night this is going to glow out and let the moths be attracted to it. And the last thing is to just stop the moths from escaping once they're in. So I'm getting some kitchen foil, and all I'm going to do is just tuck it over the bulk of it, making sure that I'm not covering that light. So I'll just get the rest of it and cover up this section here. A couple of holes in it, doesn't really matter so long as it's doing the job of mostly stopping the moths from getting out once they're in there. And I do want to make sure actually that it's tilted a little bit out so that the moths can get in initially anyway. And what I'll probably do is just tape this over the top so that the wind doesn't stop it from flying off while I'm not checking on it. And I'll turn the torch off until I'm ready to set it up at night, and then that'll be my moth trap. Unfortunately, the weather isn't ideal for moth trapping tonight. It's a little bit windy, a little bit rainy, and a little bit colder than it has been over the last few weeks. Which doesn't mean that moths won't come out, but it does make it much more unlikely to see them and for them to stick around to be able to ID them. However, the last day of 30 Days Wild is tomorrow, so I can't really delay trying this, so I'm going to put it out there and see what happens. I've checked on my trap a few times throughout the night just to see if anything is coming to the light. I think the actual trap itself and the light are set up pretty good, but I can't actually see any moths flying around the garden, which I normally can, and none of them seem to be coming to the trap. So today the experiment hasn't really worked out very well, but I'm going to try this again outside of 30 Days Wild on a warmer, more still, less rainy night, and see if I can actually get some results and then post those for you. I'd love to hear from you if you've ever tried creating a moth trap yourself, or if you follow along with this video and try and create one like I did. And what species have you managed to identify in your garden or in your local area? Remember to subscribe to my channel to get the final day of the 30 Days Wild video, which releases tomorrow, and to get more wildlife content in the weeks coming.